Welcome. It's my name is VERNEE Thor Plus, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So we'll start off with the status bar icons, and as you can see, I purposely enabled basically everything that could show an icon, so it looks as cluttered as it can. And you can basically remove all of those things without actually disabling them. And to do it, we're going to go into the settings app. So let's put on the notification panel and tap on the gear icon. And from here, find status bar. So there it is, status bar. And from here, you have all the options. So you can start disabling them. So hotspot, gone, for instance, Bluetooth, gone, do not disturb mode. Let's see. Then what else is there? Rotate, show battery percentage, Wi-Fi, cellular data. So we can basically turn off all of them almost, and you can choose which one you want, as you can see. And if I pull down the notification panel, as you can see, all of them are still enabled. So Bluetooth, localization, battery, do not disturb mode, hotspot, and they're not showing up here. So that's a fairly neat thing you can do. It basically cleans up the status bar so it doesn't look so cluttered. Now I'm gonna actually disable most of these things. I don't need them on. Okay, so now moving on, we're gonna go into the mirror vision, which basically is just a display settings. It will change colors and stuff like that. So let's go into the settings again, and from setting go into the display. So right here, and find mirror vision, which is right at the top, and tap on the three little dots right here, and then you have picture mode, which by default is set to standard. And every time you choose it, it will change the image right here, so you can have a live view of how it changes. And so user mode, vivid one is just more contrasty and saturated. You can also tap here and go into dynamic contrast right here, and you'll also get a image, and you can enable it, and you get a live view of how it changes the image. Makes it a little bit more, well, vivid, I guess. I'm not sure how to exactly explain it, but it does have a difference in it. So now moving on, we're gonna go into the developer settings, and primarily for the animation speed. So if you tap on the recent, you have this like animation of pulling up these things. If you close it, they kind of like hide. And whatever app you go into, open or close it, there's an animation behind it. And you can basically change the speed of it by enabling the developer options. So let's go all the way down into About Phone and find build number, assuming we don't have it enabled. So build number right here, tap it 7 times. Then you get a message, you are now a developer. And if you go back, you have a new option right here, developer options. And when you go to it, you can scroll down till you find right here, window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. And you can select each one of them. Now the first one, the window animation scale, is this window right here, how quick it opens and closes. And for example, we're gonna set it to 10 times longer than it normally is. And if I tap on it now, you have this, well, prolonged animation. Now I can also set it off to off, and now it will be basically instant without any kind of animation. And we also have these kind of animations. Now I'm just gonna set it up to times 10 so you get a idea on how it affects it. So as you can see, that's basically times 10. And if I now go into disabling them to set it basically to off, you will see that there's basically no more animation. Everything just pops in and out. So, but if you want animations still, the best one would be, in my opinion, the half speed, which is right here, 0.5, and set all of them to 0.5, and that's basically the best of both worlds. Basically quick and snappy animation, still there, but you're not actually wasting so much time on animations. So it feels a little bit, the phone feels just a bit quicker in a way. Now, moving on, we're gonna go into the on-screen navigation button. So let's go into the, as you can see, already have the buttons right here, but you have an option to actually change it. So if you go into the settings and go into buttons, let's find that right here. Then you will have the on-screen navigation bar. So basically now you have this on-screen buttons, and the ones that are below it are no more responsive. As you can see, I'm trying to click on them and nothing is happening. So just a preference. If you did rather have them on the screen instead of on the phone, you have the option to change it. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the screen off gestures. So when your screen is locked, you have a couple of gestures that you can use to launch certain things. And to get it going, you would go into settings again, and then motion and gestures right here, and find right here screen off gestures, and you have different ones. So double tap to wake up, so you can then check it on, and when you double tap the screen when it's off, it will basically wake up. Music controls, so you draw basically like an arrow and it skips music basically, and draw an M to open up music, then draw an O letter to enable, I think it's camera, yep, camera, draw a V for a flash. So I'm just gonna enable all of them actually, and now we go draw an M, it should open up set music. Let's try something. Oh, there we go, flash is working. So as you can see, let me try that again. There we go. So I guess it's a matter of speed. As you can see, it works. Now let's try to again open up maybe the music. Doesn't seem to actually work. How about camera? So some of them work, some of them don't apparently. Maybe we will have more success with them, but I guess in my opinion flash is probably the most important one, at least to launch something quickly. Although music would be also nice if I could get it to work, but you have the option right here if you want to play around with it and see how it functions. So those would be basically all of the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to show you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.